didn't hurry that day. The street felt friendly for once, like it knew where I was going. You stood by the corner, waiting, not looking around too much. I remember fixing nothing at all, just standing right. She smiled when she saw me, not wide, just enough to mean it. The first time I waited for you felt easy. Love didn't pull me forward, it let me be. We walked the long way on purpose, so the talk would last. You asked small questions carefully, as if answers mattered. She listened with her whole face, and I learned what attention is. I thought then this must be how trust starts thus. The first time I waited, I wasn't afraid. Nothing felt borrowed, nothing felt planned. It all fit. Some love begins with wanting, ours began with time. Standing still long enough to feel sure. The first time I waited, I knew quietly I loved you before knowing what loving meant. If patience ever feels kind to me, it learned from you. You were sitting by the jukebox glow, coins in your hand, the room moved slow. You smiled like the night had time, and for a while it felt like mine. The piano played a tired tune, a violin hummed across the room. The guitar spoke in quiet lines, while the drums kept gentle time. We waited for the last song, didn't want it to end. Love was standing right between us, like a quiet friend. We swayed where the floor was warm. The night felt young, the day was gone. Your hand was warm against my sleeve, like you were asking me to believe. Years went by like fading sound. Some things lost, some things found, but every slowing or only two still brings me back to you. We waited for the last song, when love was new and shy. Nothing said, nothing wrong, just truth in your eyes. If I could stay inside that place, I'd keep the light on your face. No goodbye, no need to know, just love moving slow. We waited for the last song, before the lights came on. While the music drifted away, and love kept playing on. I still hear you. You're sitting on the front porch chair, summer night hanging in the air. You smiled like the world could wait, like nothing else was pressing late. We talked about the stars above, little things, not much of love, but every pause said more than sound, like hearts were quietly found. We promised nothing at all, didn't swear, didn't pretend. Love was leaning on the silence, like a trusted friend. The piano drifted from inside, soft and slow it took its time. Your hand rested close to mine, and like it knew the perfect line. Years went by like distant trains, some brought joy, some brought rain, but every calm and open night still brings you into sight. We promised nothing at all, but somehow it stayed true. Love was in the waiting, and the way I looked at you. If I could hold one moment near, it'd be that night so clear. No plans made, no words to prove, just love learning how to move. We promised nothing at all before the world asked why. Though the years kept moving on, that love never said goodbye. When the evening feels soft and small, I remember it all. I saw her in the doorway, or maybe it was memory. The light fell the same way, and I remembered. She moved across the floor slowly, hands brushing the table. I didn't speak, just let her be. Her eyes lingered, then went back to nothing. I watched because that's all I could do. I kept her coat folded, even when she wasn't here. I learned her pauses, the way she lingered on the stairs, or glanced back at me. Not because I asked, but because I noticed. I loved her more than my life, quietly, not for anyone to see. I waited her hours, I followed her in memory. She may never have known, but I did. Some nights I almost called her, but didn't. The moon rose slowly, I thought she might appear in it. I traced her name in the dust of the windows, silently, gently. I loved her more than my life. I watched her, even when she didn't notice. Some love waits in silence without demands, keeps its own measure. I don't tell anyone, I don't need to. She lives in the quarters, in the air of this house where I walk. I loved her more than my life, through years that ran too fast. I carried her quietly, where no one could see. She is still here, in my hands, in the rooms I pass. I was already thinking of you before the day remembered me, like love had started earlier and I just walked into it late. You had a way of standing still, like nothing ever rushed you. I watched the years slow down anytime they went through you. I learned your silences by heart, the spaces where you stayed. You never asked me for my strength, but somehow I gave it anyway. I loved you longer than the days knew how to hold, longer than my hands could explain. If loving you was something I chose, then I chose it again and again. Sometimes I speak of you as him, like distance makes it safe, like saying your name too clearly might make my voice give way. But you were never only memory, you were weight, you were breath. You were the reason I stayed quiet when the world asked me to protect myself. I love you deeper than I meant to at the start, deeper than I learned to be brave. I kept you close in the smallest things, in the way I waited, in the way I stayed. There were nights I slept beside your absence and called it peace. There were mornings I stood up straight because you once believed in me. If love asked something of the body, I gave it mine. Every hour leaned toward you like it was only a matter of time. I love you more than my life knew how to say, more than my voice could behave. You were never something I carried lightly. You were something I couldn't lay down, everything I couldn't say. That there is a place where love goes when it has nowhere left to be. I will be there still holding you the way she held him. Love found its pace the day you stayed. Nothing hurried, nothing strayed. You sat with me like time agreed to move as slow as hearts would need. Love found its pace in how you spoke. Every word was gently broke into pieces, calm and clear, that only mattered standing near. Love found its pace with you and me. That's how love was meant to be. No fast steps, no need to prove. Love found its pace and learned to move. Love found its pace when hands were close, not asking more than moments chose. You didn't pull, you didn't lead. You listened to the moment's speed. Love found its pace when eyes with me, holding seconds, warm and sweet. Nothing asked us to begin. Love was already in. Love found its pace back then, between the now and again. Nothing loud, nothing new. Love found its pace with you. And when my heart began to rise, it rose without a change in tone, not breaking calm, not asking why, just learning how to feel like home. Love finds its pace, healing now. It hasn't changed, it knows me how to stay warm, to stay true. Love finds its pace with you. Love finds its pace, and it stays. Love never needed hurry that day. You came in calm and chose to stay. You sat with me like time would wait, and let the feeling set its pace. Love never needed hurry in words. We only said what could be heard. Every line felt soft and true, because it didn't rush with you. Love never needed hurry. you see. That's how love stayed close to me. No fast hearts, no need to prove. Love never needed hurry to move. Love never needed hurry with hands meeting slow, just as planned. You didn't pull, you didn't lead, you listened to the moment's speed. Love never needed hurry with eyes holding seconds, letting them lie. Nothing asked us to begin. Love was already in. Love never needed hurry back then. Between the now and now again, nothing loud, nothing new. Love never needed hurry with you. And when my heart began to rise, it rose the way your whisper tries. Not breaking calm, not changing tone, just learning how to feel like home. Love never needs a hurry now. It hasn't changed, it knows me how to stay warm, to stay true. Love never needs a hurry with you. Love never needed hurry. And it stayed. You were sitting by the window seat, evening light on the empty street. You smiled like the night felt kind, like there was no need to mind the time. We talked about the day before, little things and nothing more. Every pause felt warm and clear, like love was standing near. We sat a little longer, didn't feel the night move on. Love was growing quietly, like a half-remembered song. The radio played soft and low, something slow from long ago. You leaned closer just enough to turn the silence into love. Years went by like drifting rain, Some brought joy, some brought pain, but every calm and gentle place still holds the shape of your face. We sat a little longer when the world felt small and true. No promises were spoken in the way I looked at you. If I could keep one moment near, it'd be that night with you right here. No reason why, no need to say, love didn't work that way. We sat a little longer before the years ran fast, though that night has long gone by. That love still lasts when the evening feels just right. I sit there with you every night. We sat a little longer before the years ran fast, though the night has long gone by. That love still lasts. The night didn't win. It just stayed a while. I sat with the quiet until it softened and let me breathe. Your name passed through my thoughts like a familiar street I know by heart. I didn't push it away, I let it stay long enough to mean something. She left the warmth behind her, and I learned to keep it. The sun will find me again, I know it will. Love doesn't vanish, it waits for the light to return. The window holds a promise, thin but steady. I hear the morning She taught my heart how to stay open, even when it aches. I walk forward with them in my hands. The sun will find me after this, not brighter, just gentle enough. Some love ends without breaking, ours left whole. It didn't close the door, it showed me where to stand. The sun will find me when I'm ready. I loved you the honest way, and that still guides me. If today feels quiet, that's alright. Light knows where to low. I waited after class that day. The hallway emptied slowly on purpose, or maybe I just hoped you packed your books careful. Like time was watching, I pretended to tie my shoe until my heart calmed down. She looked up and smiled like she already knew why. I waited after class and felt so sure. Love didn't say a word, it stood right there with me. We walked the short way long, talking about nothing at all. You laughed at something small, then said sorry for laughing too much. She brushed my arm by mistake, and neither of us moved away. I remember thinking, this is enough right now. I waited after class, and everything felt new. Even the quiet sounded better when it was you. Some hearts don't jump, they lean a little closer. Love doesn't rush in, it waits to be noticed. First I waited after class and learned something kind. I liked you before knowing what liking could do. If my heart ever stood still, it was there waiting for you. Softly you appear in my mind, a gentle love so rare to find. Every glance a tender flame, a quiet memory still the same. Softly you, I hear your voice, whispering love, my only choice. Though years have passed, my heart remains. Every whisper calls your name. Walking slowly down the lane, your memories is every pain, every sigh a gentle light, a love eternal through the night. Softly you, I hear your voice, whispering love, my only choice. Though years have passed, my heart remains. Every whisper calls your name. Even the stars hum soft and near, all tend and cool I hold dear. Every whisper soft and true, every heartbeat bleeds to you. Softly you, I hear your voice, whispering love, my only choice. Though years had passed, my heart remains. Every whisper calls your name. Now the night folds us in its glow, a love eternal, soft and slow. Every whisper, every sigh keeps our hearts entwined tonight. The night leaned in to listen When you stepped into the room, your smile moved like a promise that never came too soon. You didn't rush to speak to me, you let the silence stay, like love was something careful that found its own way. Your hand rested near my shoulder, like it knew where it belonged. Every second felt unspoken, like the space between us home. We let the hours circle without asking them to stop. I felt my heart grow quieter, and that was all I thought. The moment we didn't hurry was the moment love felt true. The moment we didn't hurry was when I started knowing you. The years would come and wander, the days would learn to go, but something in that stillness never loosened its hold. Sometimes when the night feels gentle and the world feels new again, I feel that slow beginning, like it's happening then. The moment we didn't hurry, before the world moved on. The moment we didn't hurry is where my heart stays strong. So if time ever asks me what love taught me to do, then it I learned to wait softly from a moment I shared with you. We never rushed the afternoon, we let the daylight fall. You traced your finger round the rim of my old coffee cup. Outside the street was moving fast, but not a sound got through. The world could wait a little more, I was with you. I didn't need to say a word, you already knew. Some hearts don't ask for much at all, they just feel true. I love the way we took our time, like there was nowhere else to go. I loved you in the quiet hours, when everything moves slow. If love was made for moments like the ones we never planned, I love the way we
took our time, just holding hands. Your smile came easy in those days, like it had always been. You leaned against my shoulder and let the evening in. We talked about the smallest things and let the big ones rest. I learned how much a heart could hold inside the chest. Time didn't press us forward then, it stayed behind the door. I never felt the need to reach for anything more. I love the way we took our time, letting every feeling stay. I loved you in a gentle space between what we'd say. If loving you was all I learned, it taught me how to stand. I love the way we took our time, just holding hands. Sometimes I slow my steps on purpose, just to feel that pace. And for a moment I am there, back in that place. I love the way we took our time, soft and simple, warm and true. I carried that through all my years, through everything I knew. If this old heart still moves that way, it understands. I love the way we took our time, just holding hands. They never hurried love, we didn't have to. In the velvet afternoon, I feel your gentle gaze. Sunlight spills across your face in a golden haze. Every laugh, every sigh lingers in my mind. A love that softly whispers, leaving nothing behind. Velvet afternoon, hold me close to you. The world fades into whispers, tender, soft and true. Every heartbeat echoing in the quiet room. I carry all my love beneath the gentle moon, walking through the garden paths where shadows lightly play. I feel your hand brush mine again, though years have gone away. Your voice, a secret melody, hums beneath my skin. A vintage love remembered, alive and warm within. Velvet afternoon, hold me close to. The world fades into whispers, tender, soft and true. Every heartbeat echoing gentle moon. Time may move, the seasons change, yet here you still remain, a gentle whisper in my heart, calling out your name. Velvet afternoon, hold me close to you. The world fades into whispers, tender, soft and true. Every heartbeat echoing in the quiet room. I carry all my love beneath the gentle moon. In a velvet afternoon, your love surrounds my soul, soft, warm, and endless, making me whole. The morning came in sideways light through curtains thin and blue. You hummed a tune without the words, I started singing too. We didn't plan to feel this much, it just stepped into view. Like love was waiting patiently to see what we would do. My feet stayed on the ground, but my heart began to run. Something bright was breaking loose before it had begun. We learned love by heart, not by time. Soft but alive, every line. It wasn't loud, it wasn't fast, just something built to last. We learned love by heart. The streets were full of simple sounds, a laugh, a passing car. You looked at me like every day could start exactly where we are. Even now when nights grow still and years have left their mark, I feel that same old lift inside, like striking just one spark. That feeling never left, it only learned my name. Every time I hear yours, it starts again the same. We learn love by heart, not by time. Soft but alive, every line. It didn't fade, it didn't part, it stayed with feeling start. We learn love by heart. If love is just a quiet thing that knows when not to race, then every step I took with you was already in place. We learn love by heart, not by time. Still moving, still kinda gentle fire, a steady start. That's how it's been from the start. We learn love the heart. So let the song keep spinning round through every year we start. I never learned of any other way. We learn love by heart. never had to hurry. Love already knew the way. It found us in the quiet at the end of every day. You'd lean into the moment like it wasn't gonna leave. I didn't know how much I learned just watching you believe. You spoke in gentle circles, never trying to be sure. I listened with my whole heart, like that was something pure. Some love is made of questions, some love already knows. Ours just stayed where it was and slowly grew. I loved you without reaching, without asking for more. Some feelings don't need answers or a door. If my heart still walks that rhythm when memory comes through, it's because we never had to hurry, me and you. Time moved on the way it does, soft and out of sight, but nothing ever touched the calm of you beside me at night. I tried to call it something else, tried to make it new, but love had learned its meaning from you. I loved you in the steady days, in the spaces between, where nothing had to sparkle or be seen. If my voice feels more remembering, it's only telling truth. We never had to hurry to be true. I don't wait the way I used to. I don't wonder why, but sometimes love still walks with me, slowly passing by. You took the chair beside me like it was always yours. The jukebox hummed so quietly, we barely heard the floor. Your smile came slow and easy, like it didn't want to rush. I felt the whole room soften at the sound of us. The song was almost over, but neither one stood up. Your hand stayed close to mine, like the night had more to give us. We didn't talk about tomorrow, we didn't count the time. Love felt calm and steady, just sitting side by side. We sat through the last chorus, let the feeling stay. would learn new rhythms, the days would drift apart, but something from that moment still hums inside my heart. Sometimes when music lingers and the lights feel warm and low, I feel that same soft closeness from a long time ago. We sat through the last chorus before love had a name. We sat through the last chorus and nothing felt the same. So if memory ever asks me why my heart still plays alone, tell it I learned how to love by staying for one more song. We took the long way home that night just to hear the radio play. You drove with one hand on the wheel like there was nowhere else to stay. The road kept folding into us, nice and slow. I watched the dash lights flicker like they knew. Some love doesn't rush, it just arrives. It shows up early and waits outside. You said my name like it mattered, even when nothing did. I kept that sound in my pocket like something I'd hid. I didn't plan on forever, I didn't try. I just leaned into the moment as it passed us by. Some love doesn't rush or make a scene. It settles gently in between. If I still drive a little slower, it's not the years, it's just remembering how love steered. Some love doesn't leave when the night moves on. It stays in the long way all alone. We took the long way, and I still do. I still know the sound of your step on the front porch late at night. I'd be pretending I was asleep, but my heart stayed wide awake. The lamp was low, the room was warm, your shadow crossed the wall. You never knew how much of me was waiting for your call. I never learned to ask for more, I only learned soften when you came. I left my heart where your hands used to be, right in the space between hello and stay. I loved you more than I ever could say, and I still do, in my quiet way. If loving you was all I knew, then I knew enough to stay. We spoke in looks more than in words. Let the moments breathe. Your coat around my shoulders felt like home to me. I kept your letters in a drawer I never threw away. I read them when the nights grew long, just to feel okay. Time kept moving past our door, but love refused to go. It settled in the little things, you know. I left my heart where your hands used to be, holding on so carefully. I loved your smile, I loved you deep, in ways that only I could keep. If love was meant to quietly remain, then I loved you that way. Sometimes I hear your laugh again, like it's drifting through the years, and for a moment you are here, and everything is clear. I left my heart where your hands used to be. It never learned another place. I loved you through the passing days, through changing times and aging face. If this old heart still knows what's true, it learned it all from you. I never took it back from there. I never really tried. I remember the first time you smiled at me, under the golden sun by the old oak tree. Time stood still and the world felt small. In that quiet moment I gave you my all. Oh, whispers of you linger in my heart, though years have passed. every little laugh, every soft trace of your warm eyes, your tender voice. In my heart forever you'll always rejoice. So whispers of you linger in my heart. Though years have passed, we're never apart. The love we knew, soft and true, still dances in the light. Whispers of you. Even when the night falls and stars shine bright, I close my eyes and you're by my side. A love remembered, quiet and deep, a treasure of the soul, forever to keep. Oh, whispers of you linger in my heart. Though years have passed, we're never apart. The love we knew, soft and true, still dances in the light. Whispers of you. Whispers of you, soft and near, a love that time can never clear. In every breeze, in every hue, I hear the whispers of